Hey YouTube, just as I promised, here we go. I don't know if I can get this all in one video. I don't want it to be too long. This is my whole ratchet collection. I counted them, 92 ratchets. I would say probably 60 of them are made in Taiwan. Ballpark figure. Probably 20 plus made in USA. Some made in Germany and Japan. Maybe 5 or 6 made in China. Some people are going to say, "Oh, you got all crap. You got crap ratchets." Well, most of them are average ratchets, but there's some nice ones in here, guys. Let's see how far we can get with this video. I don't want to make it too long. We're going to go over here. We're going to start with a 1/2 inch. Let's take a gander on the far right here. This bad boy is 26 inches long. This thing is a weapon of mass destruction. It's made by Genesis. I don't know if you can pick that up. It weighs about 6 pounds. Genesis, 1/2 inch drive, 26 inches long, flex head, 72 tooth. When you pull this out, you mean business. This thing is longer than most breaker bars. I like the plastic handle. It feels good in my hands. This thing is heavy. When you pull that out, it's not usually a good thing, usually. There's problems in paradise. And that one's made in Taiwan. Next on the list is Tecton. Tecton is in the house. That's my Tecton. This one's like 25 inches long, 1/2 inch drive. This one's 90 tooth. Not as heavy as that Genesis one. Not even close, the weight. Still a pretty big ratchet. These are super long, guys. Like I said, when you pull these out, you mean business. Something's going to give, right? And that one's made in Taiwan, I believe. That one's got the push button to release the socket. Good size. Not as heavy as the Genesis one there. And one of my favorites, I've used this a lot, is the Easy Red. And it's 72 tooth. I got so many ratchets I don't remember what anymore. It's got the push button for the socket release. It's got the comfort grip. This one's been used a lot. You can see how the numbers wore off. This one's like 23 inches long. None of them are as heavy as that Genesis. That one's freaking heavy as hell. Next is going to be, this one's made by Eastwood. This is 22 inches long. If I can get that focused. Eastwood. And that is 72 tooth. That's pretty long too, guys. I just got this one not too long ago. I haven't used this one yet. Some of these ratchets I've never used. I got so many of them. I have my favorites. This is one of my favorites. Williams. Williams is in the house. 36 tooth. Made in USA. I love this ratchet. This is a bear. It's not as long as some of those super long ones, but still pretty. I would say it's at least, 15 inches long. I use that quite a bit. One of my favorites. And it's made in USA. You can't go wrong with buying Williams, guys. It got a lot of back drag, like I've said in some of my other videos. But super, super nice. One of my favorites. Old Craftsman. 36 tooth clunker. Almost as old as me. Made in USA. V for vintage. Let's move the camera a tad here. Let's see how far we get here. This one's made, this is CP Capri, standard length. It's got the comfort grip, 90 tooth. One of my favorites right there. For regular length ratchet, it's one of my favorites. Just the old gear wrench, 84 tooth. Had this one for a long time. You can tell that one's been used. It's pretty beat up. Might have thrown this a couple times, kicked it, bite it, I don't know. Ran it over with my truck, who knows. This is Duratec, not one of my favorites. 90 tooth, kind of big and bulky. It's a heavy little ratchet. I never really used that one. It's one I never really used. Klein. Now this is a nice ratchet, guys. This one's Klein. I think it's made in Taiwan. This one's 72 tooth. This is a nice little ratchet. I wouldn't say little, but it's a nice ratchet. It's got the enclosed head. Recessed lever. Not bad at all. Feels good in the hand. Nice chrome. That's a nice little ratchet, guys. You want the model number on that? Let me know. Proto. 72 tooth, round-headed ratchet. One of my favorites. I like round-headed ratchets. You know, that's old school, guys. A lot of my subscribers are my age, or not quite, maybe a little younger, but that's a nice ratchet. You like a round-headed ratchet? The knurling's nice. I'd recommend that. I used it the other day. I was working on my four-wheeler, and I liked it. Nice ratchet. This is a Duratec, the Pro line with the paddle. I'm not sure I like this design. It's shaped like an oar. You guys have seen this in a previous video, 90 tooth. Don't really know if I like that one. I tried it. It just feels funny in my hand. There's no way we're going to get these all in one video. There's too many, guys. This one's a SATA. That's 72 tooth, I think. This one is not the 120 tooth line they got. They make a better SATA makes a better ratchet than these. These might, I don't know where those are made, but these are not the best from SATA. I tried it. I didn't care for that one. I mean, SATA makes a better one. That's not the one, though. Nico, 100 tooth. Pretty smooth ratchet. That's a Taiwan ratchet. Like I said, I only have a handful made in China. I don't even know which ones they are. I got so many now. An old Craftsman. These are all half-inch drives I've been showing so far, guys. The old clunkers, but you know what? Got the vintage numbers, you know. This is actually a newer one, but still made in USA. As you can see it there, USA BP-44809. I never really use that one too much. But this one I have. That old Craftsman I have. I've used this one a lot when I was younger. This is one that's been through hell. Christ, it's been used as a hammer, for Christ's sake. You know, you get a socket stuck on it, on a fastener, you take this off and you start beating on it. Well, that's what happens with this. This is old, guys. This is 40 years old. There you go. When you see the V all by itself, that's pretty. You got V, double V, and V with an inverted V, but this is the oldest of the Vs. I'll never get rid of that ratchet. That's part of me. Next, I got a roto head. I made a video on these. I just got these not too long ago. I tried this one out. I like roto heads. You haven't got a roto head ratchet? Pick one up. You can use it like a screwdriver or a spinner. This one's 90 tooth. These are nice little ratchets, guys. They can be bulky, you know. Most of them are kind of bulky, but also makes good tools. This one here is made in Taiwan. They make them in USA, Taiwan, and believe it or not, Germany. And I guess in Canada, they have a testing site for other tools, so I'm told, but not a bad ratchet. You haven't got a roto head? I'd recommend that. Obviously, the Pittsburgh Pro roto head. I never liked the grips on these. I I don't know. It never felt good in my hands. Excuse me, guys, but I think these are 72 tooth. I'm not positive. I got so many ratchets. I never use that one too much. This is I think this is a Tomar's. Half-inch drive stubby. I like the knurling, but the head seems kind of, I don't know. It never really felt good in my hand, that one. I don't think, if I used this, it might have been once. Now, that's all my half-inch drives. I didn't have many half-inch drives. Mostly it's the 3/8 and quarter. Obviously, because 3/8 is the most popular. I don't know if I can make this in one video, guys. There's a lot going on here. Now the one's here in the middle of 3/8. Before I get too long in the video, if I hit 1,000 subscribers, this is the top. I'm giving away 5 prizes to 5 different subscribers. This is the top prize. This is a $160 ratchet, guys. I'm giving that away. That's the 90 tooth Nipros. Made in Japan. That's the top prize, guys. I know I'm crazy, eh? But so I haven't been. It's not used. And if I ever did use it, I'd buy another one and give you a new one. I'll probably get halfway through these 3/8. This is too many here, guys. I mean, I'm not even a third of the way through, and look at all the ratchets I got left. I'll do a couple of 3/8 drive. I'll make this under 15 minutes, and we'll do a part 2. I think that's best, guys. I got the Easy Red here. Now, these are the 3/8 drive. Easy Red here. Long handle. It's pretty long for a 3/8 drive. It's my longest 3/8 drive. 72 tooth. 72 tooth. This one's been used a lot. See how it's worn off? The number of it? I use it a lot. I've had this ratchet for, 10 years, 12 years. Another long one here. I kind of like this one. You know, it's a Stanley tool. And the reason why I like it, because of the head. It's got a flex head, but the head locks. And I think that's kind of cool, you know, if the head locks. So I like it, you know. There's the pin to lock it. And I think this one is 72 tooth. It's got the pin on the side to lock it, which I like. And it's telescopic. Stanley is in the house. Take a gander. So this is kind of a cool ratchet. And like I said, I bought it because it was a locking flex head. I prefer a locking flex head. I did a video on this one. This one's fairly new. I really like this. The Gear Wrench 120 XP, the newer design with the push button lock. I really like this. One of my favorites, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one of my top ratchets. I love this ratchet. It's fairly long. I would say it's probably 13 inches long, maybe, I'm guessing. I don't got a ruler in front of me. One of my favorites. And this is the Overstyle Gear Wrench XP 120 with the non-locking head with the comfort grip. And you can see a difference in the head with a newer design, how much smaller the head is. A lot smaller head. About the same length, though. This used to be one of my favorites. Now I only use that locking head one mostly. I would say 3/8 drive flex head ratchet's one of your most, you ain't got one of them, you're missing something. You definitely need a couple of those in your repertoire. Over here we got a Astro. Now these are all 3/8 drive. 72 tooth. It's got the nano head. Nano. It's the same size head. It's 3/8 drive, but it's got a head the size of a 1/4 inch drive. It's pretty long. I would say that's 13 inches long, I'm guessing. Nice ratchet, one of my favorites because of the small head, getting in tight areas. You guys have seen this. This is made by Powerbuilt. Flex head ratchet, round head design, 72 tooth. This is a little workhorse. I've used this quite a bit lately because I got it about a month ago. I like that ratchet. I'm going to get, yeah, I got to cut this. I'm going to do a few more. We'll do a part 2, so bear with me, guys. Obviously, I got a snap-on. I'm not going to say much about that. You guys all know about snap-on. 3/8 drive, very, very nice. 80 tooth. I want to show you a couple more, and I'm going to cut this off and do part 2. I got the Cyclop. This one's made in Czechoslovakia, I guess. They make tools in Germany, Czechoslovakia, and a few other places, I guess. Interesting, it's got that satin finish. It's got an unusual hand, very thin, a very thin beam. Not bad at all. I think that one's 80 tooth, I can't remember. I could be wrong on that, guys. It's got the push button to release the socket. That's a nice ratchet. I just got this about a week ago. I haven't used it yet, but I plan on using it. I'll probably I'll show you one more, and then we're going to do a part 2 tomorrow, so bear with me. Tecton. Tecton is in the house. This is the one that folds up, 3/8 drive. This is cool little ratchet. I like the way it's offset there. That's pretty cool. That's unique. And stubby. And it folds up. You can use it as a palm ratchet. Now that's a cool design, guys. That's one of my cooler ratchets. That's a cool design. I could see how you'd use that in certain situations. And that's a Williams. I don't know if I ever did it. I don't know if I did that. I'll show you a Koken. I did a video on this by itself. This is a nice knurling. Some of the nicest knurling I've ever seen. Very, very nice. Feels so good in the hand. Koken, made in Japan. Super nice ratchet. One of my favorites. Okay, guys, I'm going to cut this out, and I'll do a part 2 tomorrow. I don't want to make them too long because they can get boring. But I got almost halfway through, I think. I'll finish it up tomorrow. There's some more cool ones there to show you. So if you haven't, leave a comment below. I always get back to you guys. And there's some good ratchets here, guys. I mean, you know, some guys will say, oh, you ain't got all snap-on, you ain't got all whatever. There's some nice ratchets here, guys. That's strictly my opinion, but let me know what you think. And part 2 is coming tomorrow, and have a great day.